The HP Victus 16 is a relatively new series of laptops from HP. It has a few mid-range budget alternatives, and these options give a sleek and appealing look while packing enough processing power for everyday use in gaming. The HP Victus comes with an 11th Gen 11400H Intel Core i5 processor, and 8GB of DDR4 RAM, a 256GB of SSD, and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 graphics processing unit. It also includes a Wi-Fi 6 and a Bluetooth 5.0 wireless connectivity options. Before we go further, if you like the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and the link for this laptop is available in the description below, so make sure to check it out for more details and current price. The HP Victus 16 has a clean and minimalist design. It has a hint of a gaming aesthetic, like the V-shapes in the speaker grills above the keyboard, but it's subtle and doesn't stick out like a sore thumb in a professional working environment. The bezels are relatively thin on three sides, however, the bottom chin is significantly broader. HP Victus is available in three color schemes: ceramic white, mica silver, and performance blue. Even though it is made completely of plastic, it feels strong and is well built. The keyboard deck has very little flex, however, the display has a little. Despite not displaying fingerprints, the white plastic may eventually appear more soiled than the mica silver and performance blue variants. The hinge on the HP Victus is superb. When opening and shutting the laptop, it feels smooth and quite robust with absolutely no play. However, one wonderful quality of life feature that gives the laptop a more premium feel is the ability to open it with one hand. Unfortunately, when aggressively typing or on an uneven surface, the screen sways a lot. Even while the HP Victus 16 is quite slim for a gaming laptop, it is nonetheless bulky and hefty, making it difficult to carry around. Additionally, the power adapter is big and takes up a lot of room in most suitcases. The HP Victus has a great port selection. All USB ports support USB 3.2 Gen 1 data transfer speed up to 5 GB per second. The USB-A on the left and the USB-C ports support HP Sleep and Charge, meaning you can use the port to charge a mobile device even when the laptop is in sleep mode. The USB-C port can output a video signal up to a maximum resolution of 5120 by 2880 at 60 Hz. The HDMI 2.1 port's maximum output resolution is 4K at 120 Hz or 8K at 60 Hz. The keyboard of the HP Victus is excellent. The layout is simple to get used to, the keys are steady, and there is enough space between them. Although they have a large amount of travel distance, they are somewhat taxing to type on for long stretches of time because they require a lot of force to actuate. The backlight isn't adjustable, so you can only turn it on or off. The touchpad on the HP Victus is excellent. It is big, accurately tracks all gestures and movements, and there are no problems with palm rejection or dragging and dropping. Clicking generally feels nice. The webcam's video quality is good. The image is bright and has a decent amount of fine detail, but it's slightly noisy. Speech sounds clear over the microphone, with just a little bit of static and background noise. Heavy workloads like video editing and 3D animation may be handled by HP Victus's 11400H Core i5 CPU. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 performs superbly when it comes to GPU computing and is capable of handling professional production tasks. The RTX 3060 is recommended if you want the fastest rendering times or the smoothest experience. The Core i5 is powerful enough to deliver a fluid gaming experience because the majority of games are GPU limited, meaning they will utilize the GPU to the fullest extent while the CPU operates at 40 to 60% utilization. If you play lots of open world or real-time strategy games, which are typically more CPU intensive, it's worth upgrading to the Core i7 as its higher core count, faster clock speeds, and larger cache memory will provide better performance. The Core i7 is also a good option if you plan on streaming or running heavily multi-threaded applications like video editing software. The HP Victus has 4 dedicated GPU options, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650, our review unit with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050, and another one with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 Ti, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 option is also available. There's support for NVIDIA Optimus, meaning the laptop can switch to the integrated GPU in less demanding workloads to extend battery life. As for their performance, the RTX 3050 is a respectable improvement over the GTX 1650 and enables you to increase some settings or play at higher frame rates. Like other RTX GPUs, it also has features that the GTX 1650 lacks, such as ray tracing and deep learning super sampling, which aims to increase frame rates by rendering the game at a lower resolution and then upscaling the image to minimize any loss in visual quality. You might only see a very slight boost in frame rate or none at all with it enabled because it frequently performs better at higher resolutions and greatly depends on each game's implementation. As for ray tracing, it isn't worth enabling on an RTX 3050 due to its high performance cost. In regards to video RAM, 4 GB is enough for most games at 1080p. And here are some of the playable games with their respective frame rates. Our HP Victus model is configured with 8 GB of memory. The Core i5 models use 2933 MHz RAM. The 8 GB might not be best to squeeze the best out of this laptop, and you can add more yourself later on as the memory is user replaceable. However, note that the 8 GB model can be in a single channel configuration with one 8 GB module or a dual channel one with two 4 GB modules. The dual channel model will perform better if you leave it at 8 GB, but you'd have to replace both modules if you want to get to 16 GB, rather than replacing just one. The 256 GB PCI East NVMe solid-state drive may not be enough, especially if you store a lot of files on your computers, and there are multiple configurations available for that. But if you want to stay on a budget, you can also get a laptop with 2 slots. The HP Victus has good speakers. They sound fairly well balanced, with good vocal presence and clarity. However, they don't have much bass or treble extension. In short, they're good for spoken content, but not so much for music and movies. Unfortunately, they don't get very loud. The battery in the Victus 16 lasts less than 2 hours when gaming, or just a little over 5 hours when doing light productivity tasks. Before we conclude, we must mention why you should and shouldn't buy this laptop. You should buy the HP Victus 16 if you want one of the cheapest mid-range laptops with great specifications and professionally built quality available in the market for under $800. Buy if you want a comfortable keyboard and responsive touchpad. Buy if you want a CPU and GPU that can handle heavy workloads. Buy if you want a good webcam video quality for video calls. Buy if you want a smooth gaming experience and minimal throttling under load. Buy if you want a laptop that doesn't get overly hot or loud under load. Buy if you want a good refreshing rate with a 144 Hz display with a good response time. Buy if you want a well-balanced speaker with a good vocal presence. Buy if you want a wide selection of ports that includes an HDMI 2.1 port. Buy if you are on a budget for the best laptop that can handle video editing and animation. Don't buy if you want a bulky and heavy laptop. Don't buy if you don't want a battery that lasts less than 5 hours at video playback. Don't buy if you do a strictly color-accurate content creation. Don't buy if you want your USB Type-C to support Thunderbolt. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.